Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. I think from Ramadan up to this very moment, or before Ramadan, we have been having a lot of anger within ourselves. Normally the month of Ramadan calms us, but because of all the international news we had about Gaza, Palestine, Syria, and all other countries of the world, what has happened is we built a lot of anger within ourselves. If somebody tells you about a Jew, you become very angry, can I please kill him? If someone says about somebody else, we become emotional, we become angry. But whatever we have heard or seen, it was either on maybe television, it was through the media, whichever way we've seen it, and we accepted it as reality, which is happening. That's the one. Then as we get through this whole turmoil of the wars throughout the Muslim world, we come across another incident in South Africa, which you call an earthquake and earth tremor. Just look at it. We are in a lot of anger. We are disappointed. Everything happening, and then Allah Ta'ala brings an earthquake or earth tremor in South Africa. So that's also not hearsay, that's reality. Many felt it, others heard it from the people who felt it. So what's really happening now? The human being has built a lot of anger. We are very angry. We are angry that you see people will put it onto our phones. Allah is very angry with everyone, so He's opened the earth. I don't think we have such a bad Allah, na'uzubillah. I don't think Allah is so bad. Or we know Allah is not created to just destroy us. Definitely it's not Allah that just wants to put a bomb in Palestine and the Jews will kill human beings. No. Allah is the most powerful creator. And what Allah is that creator that loves you and loves me. That is what we need to build today in our lives. Come out of this moods of anger. Let that anger come out of us and bring the reality of the love of Allah within ourselves. I'm going to share with you a few verses from the Quran, and I want you and I to understand how Allah chose you and I. How did He choose us? And I just hope you would listen to what I'm going to say today. It's something very interesting. It has to do with ourselves all the time. It's an opportunity for Jummah, where we can take the Jummah message to change ourselves. You know, if you really want to find a good life, then listen to the people that come and talk here. Of course, that can make a change within the person who speaks and the listener. Now, we're going to discuss how does Allah love us. I mean, He loves the people of Palestine. Allah loves the people of Syria. He's loving the people of South Africa, Somalia, Egypt. He loves us. That's why He has created us. But He shows His ways the way He loves us, and that's what we're going to take our cue from. One of the things that happens to us is we become very despondent. You know, we become angry. We become despondent. I'm making so much of dua, this and that. You know, we become despondent. Allah mentions that لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانِ فِي أَحْسَنِ التَّقْوِيمِ. Allah says, you human being, I have created you human being to be the best in shapes. So that's the very, very first understanding for you and I, that we have been created to be the best. So we are the best of creation. So this is one smiling mood for us, not to be disappointed that we are the best. And being the best, Allah says that Allahu alladhi ja'ala lakum al-arda qarara. I am that Rabb, I am that Allah that has made this earth for you to dwell on. Not this earth for you to fight about. I have not made this earth for you to create wars. And I have not made this earth for you to be enmity to each other. But I have made this earth a wonderful place for my creation to live in. So come out of that negative energy. I'm frustrated on this earth. Why are you frustrated? Because Allah said, I've created the earth for you. So we should not be frustrated, we should be happy. We have problems. All of us have some kind of problem, but don't make that a frustrated problem that living on this earth becomes difficult. جَعَلَ لَكُمُ الْأَرْضَ قَرَارًا. I've made this earth a wonderful place for you to dwell on. وَالسَّمَاءَ بِنَاءً. After making this earth, I created the sky for you. For who? For this wonderful creation, humankind. He's talking about humankind. وَالسَّمَاءَ وَصَوَّرَكُمْ فَأَحْسَنَ صُوَرَكُمْ. Then I have created so many shapes. I've created a donkey. I've even created a pig, which you and I can't look at. Allahu Akbar. Look at that. I mean, a pig has also been created by Allah. It cannot just fall from the sky. But Allah mentions, I've created all these creations. وَصَوَّرَكُمْ فَأَحْسَنَ صُوَرَكُمْ. But I still made you human being. That you are the best of shapes and you are amongst my smart creation. So here again, why are we depressed? When Allah has created us so smart, وَرَزَقَكُمْ مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ, and I have also allowed you the provisions from the best of all that I provide. ذَلِكُمُ اللَّهُ رَبُّكُمْ. This is your Rabb Allah. Praise Allah and send all our praises to Allah only. Now, I want to discuss a few issues from this verse here. You see what happens? What creates frustration? When we are too concerned about somebody else's affair. When you become very concerned, you will never be comfortable. When you keep on worrying about somebody else's affair, you will never be comfortable. Always frustrated. Now look at the human being, and I want you, if you're not going to listen to anything else, you can switch off after this what I'm going to say. Switch your mind off. Listen to this one. Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he was a great Sahabi, very great. He used to go into one woman's house who was a widow at night. Now imagine, if, say Fadal, he goes into a widow's house at night. Immediately you're going to accuse this guy. What is he doing in that widow's house at night? Okay? Now Umar radiallahu ta'ala used to go into this widow's home every night. The people of the area were concerned. That is a widow, this is Umar. What does he go do there at night? Now look at the minds. Our minds are the same. Look at how our minds work. I just want you to compare, okay? Then, the people, one person went to this woman and told this woman, what is this man coming to do every night in your house? She said, I am blind. I don't know. I am blind. I don't know what he comes into here. When they went to Umar and asked, what are you doing by that widow's home every night? He said, the only thing I do, every night I go, I clean the house for this woman because she's blind. I prepare the food for her for the next day because she's blind. And I milk the goats for her at night so the next day can be a comfortable day for this blind woman. Look at Umar radiallahu ta'ala. So what's the minds of the people? We live a mind of accusation. Just look at it. We live the mind of accusing people. We live the mind of calling, which I always tell you, calling people kafir. But we don't know that person is so close to Allah, like the jugular vein in which Allah is living in. This is how we work our minds. Now, why does it happen? Do you know why? Because we are frustrated. We don't know, or we forget, or we've moved away from the love of Allah. Now, there are a few places which I just want to go very quickly with you. So what happens is, you and I can walk out of this masjid with that true love of loving ourselves first, not to be frustrated on this earth, and also thereafter to build a true love with Allah in order for us to know that Allah also loves you and He loves me. The verses from the Quran, خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ بِالْحَقِّ. Allah declares to this human being that this earth and the sky, I've created it on truth. It's on truth. So don't be foolish enough to think that this is a world of play and wonder and it ends there. There's truth in this earth. And what is the truth which Allah has created us? Allah has placed within our hearts the name of which we call Allah all the time. Within our hearts. That is the truth. وَصَوَّرَكُمْ فَأَحْسَنَ صُوَرَكُمْ وَإِلَى الْمَصِيرِ. Again Allah mentions, I've created you in all the shapes. But the best of shapes I've given to this wonderful human being. When he left the masjid, and this very same wonderful creation, I'm going to call them back towards me. So again, I hope you're not too bored of what I'm saying, but I want your mind to open up and my mind to really come to reality. Allah loves us. Don't run away from the love of Allah. And do you know, how do you know Allah loves you? Each one has their own feeling. But the best of person who knows Allah loves them when they have a contentment within themselves. You can never be a contented mu'min. You will never be a contented Muslim as long as you dig into the life of another Muslim and try to, defame the Muslim, create fitna for a Muslim. You know what happens? Look at the love of Allah. You know how Allah loves us? Listen to this also. If, for example, maybe someone say, Aboobaker's aqidah is wrong, which is famous, alhamdulillah. Aboobaker's aqidah is wrong. Listen to this here. Believe me, you'll never ever talk about it in your life again. I will not ever talk about your aqidah in your life again if you listen to what this is all about. If somebody says this brother's aqidah is incorrect, and because I said it or somebody said it, and the entire community and the world start talking about Mr. X aqidah is not correct, and in the meantime his aqidah is so close that he is the man that is in sujood while we are making money. On the day of Qiyamah, Allah stands up as a witness. Allahu Akbar. Sheikh, Allah stands up as a witness and said, you said this about this person all the time. You call this wonderful creation of mine kafir. You go around and tell people don't go to this masjid because they are this kind of aqidah. You said it, you said it. I am standing witness today against you. Allahu Akbar. Allah said, I stand witness against you today because you said things which were incorrect. You don't belong to this wonderful garden of Jannah where this creation of mine belongs to because they were pure. So look at how Allah loves us. Don't be disappointed. Let the world keep on talking, but we must get nearer to Allah. Do you know something, friends? Look at the love of Allah. Allah will not forgive me if I've bad-mouthed the man. That's the love of Allah. Allah will never forgive me if I've bad-mouthed anybody until that person does not forgive me. That is the love of Allah. Look at the love of Allah. So friends and brothers, very, very simple. Can we all start living a happy life and move away from this filthy talk of kufr? Get it out of our tongues. Get it out of our mouth. Every time you hear on WhatsApp, takfiri, kufr, Shia, Sunni, Wahhabi. What's wrong with us? Are we gone nuts? Allah showed us the warning, the earth is opening. South Africa, the earth opened after 40 years. Do you know what's the message? I'm warning you people. Hadith is true. The Quran is true. The anger of Allah will open. And it's not going to be this Hazrat here who's got a beard is going to still walk on top of the earth. He'll go with them now. Hazrat will also go. He can sit in the corner and make worship throughout his life, but the heart is not pure. They will also go in. That is why Allah says, I've created you to be the best. Please acknowledge this wonderfulness that Allah has put us within. Now, because He's created us to be the best, Allah has selected us above all the creation. Look at it. Allah selected this wonderful human being above all the creation. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ وَحَمَلْنَاهُمْ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ. Allah Ta'ala says, I have honored the children of Adam alayhi salam. Look at Allah. This wonderful Allah is talking to you and me. Don't be disappointed, friends. Come out of this cocoon. Come out of this filthy way of thinking. Why don't you stress yourself? If that man wants to jump down the building, let him jump. What do you want to get there on top for him? He knows why he's jumping. He is going to get hurt. What we need to do, change yourself. Change yourself. Come to purity. Make your sujood. Imagine, just imagine, look at this here. Allah loves you and I so much. But we have hypocrisy in our heart and then we say, Allahu Akbar. What a hypocritical heart that raises its hands towards Allah. So Allah mentioned, I have given this wonderful creation, this human being of mine, the opportunity to travel onto the seas. I've given them the opportunity to travel onto land. I've given them the opportunity to be on skies, plains, etc. وَحَمَلْنَاهُمْ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ وَرَزَقْنَاهُمْ مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَفَضَّلْنَاهُمْ عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِّمَّنْ خَلَقْنَا تَفْضِيلًا. And yet Allah says towards the end, I have still preferred them above everything. So don't Allah love you and I? Isn't the love of Allah really existing within each human's heart? It's just you and I must not run away from it. And the only way we take the love of Allah out, when we start really hurting the feelings of another believer. You know, backbiting about that person. You know what is it to backbite? Even Allah Ta'ala pulls out. Imagine, when you slander somebody, Allah pulls out. I don't want to be part, because I'm going to meet you on the day of Qiyamah. When you accuse somebody and we cannot prove it, what's going to happen to me on the day of Qiyamah? An innocent brother who makes his salah, sujood, everything, and on the day of Qiyamah, Allah stands against me because I have this habit of running down the creation of Allah, running them down, mocking them, calling them kafir, while the earth is opening in South Africa. Monisab is still finding who's a Muslim and who's a kafir. The earth is opening, the earth. We are falling in. And even instead of holding to the rope of Allah, we're still trying to find out who's a Muslim and who's a kafir. You know why? We don't know the love of Allah. We think we are everything. And Allah does not love those kind of people, so they become wild. They just talk. All stupid, foolish kind of things they talk. May Allah protect this congregation from such talks. May Allah protect us from any kind of injury. And may the love of Allah always be with us, inshallah. So then again we go on. Do you know how fortunate we are? Have you ever thought, me and you, have we ever thought what status are we on this earth? Have you ever thought about it? Khalifatul Ard. Sheikh? أتعرف معنى Khalifatul Ard? Do you know the meaning of Khalifatul Ard? The word Khalifa, it appears 9 times in the Quran. So do your research. It appears 9 times in the Quran. If you're an ambassador of Somalia or of Kuwait, of another country, and you are in South Africa, our work is to give such an image of our country that it's the best country for it to be doing business dealings with South Africa. Allah has made you and I, each one, I don't care how many we may be here, each one, Allah said, you are my Khalifa, representing Allah. Imagine this representative has to deny this wonderful mercy of Allah and create fitna on this earth. Do you think Allah still needs people like you and I to exist on this earth? So may Allah make us honest Khalifas, the honest Khulafa, in every way, Naeem, all of us, in the most honest Khulafa, that when we are Khalifa, we are pure Khalifa, connected to Allah. And what is our work? To bring the love of Allah in the heart of every human being. I hope we'll be able to do that, inshallah. Do you know, if we start changing, the entire mode of our lives will change. And we will not talk anymore about the anger of Allah. We will start talking about the love of Allah. How much Allah loves us. Then we go very quickly. Allah has also chosen us to deliver His message. Allahu Akbar. And unfortunate, He chose us to be the best of shapes, beautiful. He chose us to be the Khalifa. Then again Allah said, you know what? I have chosen you with a special task to go and tell people about my existence. Imagine, you and I have been given a responsibility. Khalifatul Ard. وَلَتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ. All these verses tells us that Allah has chosen you and I to fulfill this responsibility. Very quick, it seems to me you are quite tired from what I'm looking at, so I'm going to move a bit further. What I also want you to know, that we have confirmed Allah loves us. Do we confirm Allah loves us? We do. You say with a very heavy heart, I really feel Allah loves me. I'm sure Allah loves us all. So if Allah loves us, now let's go the other way around. Do we love Allah? Do we love Allah? To end our talk. Allah spoke to Rasulullah SAW. قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِ. O Prophet, my beloved Prophet. Allah spoke to Rasulullah. Imagine how smart he said it. Oh my beloved Prophet, go and tell your people, if they love me, then tell them to follow my way. That's simple. Only if we love Allah. قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ. Only if. تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِ يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ. Allah said, O Prophet, go and tell your people, if they love me, they will follow my way, the Quran. And what I will do, I will start loving them. I will build such a wonderful love with them. يَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ. When that love of mine touches their heart, I will start forgiving them. May Allah forgive us all the time. So my friends and brothers, to conclude, what we have to do, let us change our way of living. Let us become more conscientized about ourselves. Don't ever, and I always will tell you and I will repeat myself, don't become a fault finder when it comes to the deen of Allah. Don't ever do that. Each Muslim is worshipping Allah in the most correct way.